10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Molly's Clubhouse, won't you come on in? Welcome to Molly's Clubhouse, let the fun begin. The fire safety dogs are here today. They love teaching fire safety in every way. Welcome to Molly's Clubhouse, won't you come on in? Won't you come on in? Live from the clubhouse, here are your hosts, Firefighter Dana and Molly the Fire Safety Dog.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Keep Kids Fire Safe Foundation's 252nd Fire Safety Show. Today is September 11th, and first we want to take a moment to remember the 343 firefighters and everyone who lost their lives on September 11th, 2001. My name is Dana, and I'm a retired firefighter. I'm here along with my good friend, Molly, the Fire Safety Dog. Molly, would you like to say hi to everybody? She says hello and good morning. We are coming to you live from Molly's Clubhouse in Clarksville, Arkansas. Whether you are watching us live right now or the recorded version later on, we're really glad that you are here. Today, we are going to be learning more about Molly and how to stay safe if there is a fire. You will also learn how to make your very own Dalmatian craft, just like this one, right, Molly? We are excited to have Dave Hubert and his dog Dottie with us today. We'll see you soon, Dave and Dottie. Molly is 8 years old and has been helping me teach fire safety since she was 9 weeks old. Molly is a Dalmatian and a real fire dog. She loves helping keep kids safe. Today you will learn how important it is to have an outside meeting place. You will also learn how to make your very own Molly the Fire Safety Dog puppet out of a toilet paper roll. We have Dave Hubert and his Dalmatian Dottie with us. They are coming to us all the way from California. Hi, Dave and Dottie.
Hi, I'm Fireman Dave. This is Dottie. Dottie is a real fire dog. And Molly came to visit us last year, and she asked us to do a little short presentation and tell you about where the fire dogs came from. The Dalmatian fire dogs. Well, a long time ago, back in the 1600s, the Dalmatians originated in a little town called Dalmatia, which is a region of Yugoslavia. In 1700s, the horse folks in England found out that the Dalmatians had quite an ability to be with the horses, and they had a mutual friendship established between the horses and the dogs. It's probably because the horses, being somewhat colorblind, can see the Dalmatian and its spots, and the horses can easily recognize a friend. In about the early 1800s, when all the horses came over from England, the Dalmatians came with the horses. And the Dalmatians' job in the early days was literally to live at the stables where they kept the horses, and it kept the rodent population down, and it protected the horses, and it comforted the horses. Well, when the fire department came along and fire trucks like this steam fire engine right here, got too heavy for people to pull, they needed to get horses. So the firemen, when an alarm would come in, they would go to the local stables and they would get horses to come over, pull this fire engine to a fire. And as the horses came to help the firemen, the dogs naturally just came along. Well, later on in life, when the fire departments got very professional around the late 1800s, got their own horses, and of course the Dalmatians came along, and again, the Dalmatians' job was to protect the horses from other wild dogs and rodents existed in the early days. So now we were all together living in a fire station, the firemen, the fire horses, and the fire dogs. And the Dalmatian is a hound, which means they are hunters and they're protectors. The Dalmatian and the horse literally stayed in the stables themselves, and they comforted one another. So when an alarm would come in and they would hook the horses up to these big old fire engines, go to a fire, Dalmatians would run alongside, and the Dalmatian, being of strong character and stamina, could literally run for days. So when they would get to the fire, they would have to disconnect the horses and move them a couple of blocks away from the fire, because the fire was very dangerous and it created a lot of heat, a lot of smoke, and a lot of embers. And the dog's job then was wherever they stabled the horses or parked the horses, tied them up to a hitching post or something, and they would blanket the horses to keep them nice and warm and comfortable. The Dalmatian would literally stand by their side and protect them. There are 3 types of fire engines. There's this steam pumper, which required 3 horses. There's the hose wagon, which required 2 horses, and the big old hook and ladder, which required another 3 horses. You had 8 horses and normally 1 fire dog, so the fire dog really had a busy job of protecting all of these horses. So after the fire was out, the firemen would kind of clean up everything and rehook up the horses, go back to the fire station, and they'd have to clean everything. Well, the first thing that they cleaned was the horses. They would literally give each horse a bath with warm water, and then feed them, put them in their stables. And the fire dog, just like Dottie right here, would follow them into their stables, and they would rest together and comfort one another. When the horses ate, of course, the fire dog ate. So there was a real natural bond there that was really quite interesting and quite rewarding for both breeds. After everything was done and the horses were cleaned, all the firemen went and they cleaned up and showered and got everything ready for the next alarm. And along came dinner time. Firemen would eat, of course, and then in the evenings they had a special diet for the fire horses, and of course they had a special diet for the fire dogs. And fire dogs, they loved to have treats, and the fire dogs did a lot of tricks, and the fire horses were so well trained, and the Dalmatian helped them train, helped them go through their little training, because the horses, seeing the Dalmatian, would literally feel more comfortable because the Dalmatian was there, and it was a comforting thing. Now, the fire horses of the early days was what was called a mixed breed, a Morgan Percheron. A Morgan type horse was a racehorse, and the Percheron was a draft horse, a big, powerful horse. This fire engine right here weighs 10,000 pounds, so that's why it took 3 horses to pull it. And that dog that ran alongside kind of encouraged the horses, and you could almost see the smile on both animals as they ran down the street to a fire.
Now it is time for Molly to share one of her favorite fire safety tips. Choose an outside meeting place when working on your escape map. A meeting place can be a neighbor's house, mailbox, tree, or fence. Just make sure that whatever you choose is a safe distance from your home where everyone can meet after they've escaped. Make sure to mark the location of the meeting place on your escape map. Molly, do you know what time it is? It is time for the Get Out song. Boys and girls, are you ready? Molly, are you ready? Okay, here we go. I will sing it first, and then boys and girls, you can join in. Here we go. If there's a fire in your house, get out, stay out. If there's a fire in your house, get out, stay out. If there's a fire in your house, then your smoke alarm will shout. If there's a fire in your house, get out, stay out. All right, boys and girls, are you ready to join in? Here we go. If there's a fire in your house, get out, stay out. If there's a fire in your house, get out, stay out. If there's a fire in your house, then your smoke alarm will shout. If there's a fire in your house, get out, stay out. And there you have it, the Get Out song. Remember, boys and girls, if you hear your smoke alarm sound, you want to get out and stay out. Don't ever, ever go back in. Isn't that right, Molly? It is time for Guess That Sound. We are going to let you listen to a sound. Can you guess what it is? Do you know what it is, Molly? Let's listen to it one more time. If you guessed a fire engine putting up its ladder, you are right. Firefighters use a ladder truck to reach high places. They can also use it to help rescue people and put out fires. Now it is time to make your very own Molly the Fire Safety Dog puppet out of a toilet paper roll. Are you ready, boys and girls? Let's get started. Here's what you will need. Be sure to ask a grown-up if you need help. A Molly the Fire Safety Dog craft pattern, markers, glue, tape, scissors, and a toilet paper roll. First, color your picture of Molly. Next, cut out the picture of Molly and the rectangle. Wrap the toilet paper roll, then glue on the picture of Molly. Take your black marker and draw on Molly's black spots. And there you have it, your very own Molly the Fire Safety Dog puppet. Wasn't that fun? Have a grown-up send us your pic at firesafetyrocks@gmail.com and we will feature it on a future episode of Fire Safety Rocks. Remember, it's important to have an outside meeting place and to make sure that everyone knows where it is. Next time, we will learn some fun things about Molly and how important it is to practice a home fire drill using your escape map. On behalf of the Keep Kids Fire Safe Foundation and Molly the Fire Safety Dog, we would like to thank Dave and Barb Hubert as well as Dottie, and thank all of our donors who have helped make our fire safety programming possible, especially Molly's Patreon supporters Kelly and Felicia, and donors Sonia and Rebecca. Special thanks to our corporate partner State Farm, for without their support, this program would not be possible. Thank you, State Farm. Molly, what do you say we give them a high paw? High paw and thank you. Take care, everyone, and stay safe. Goodbye.